race fans, the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series has ventured over to Bristol Motor Speedway. Now I know what you're thinking. You promised that we will going to Bristol Dirt for the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series first ever dirt race. And we are. But I ran into a little bit of a problem. It turns out that Bristol Dirt only supports 41 AI drivers. It can hold 42 cars, but unfortunately it can only hold 41 AI drivers, so it took into account that if someone wanted to race, it can have 41 AI drivers and one player vehicle racing on the track with the AI. Now, this poses a bit of a problem since I do have a 42 car field for the NASCAR SEGA Cup. The last thing I want to do is run a race and have one unlucky driver miss the race and not have any points. So to fix that, I came up with a solution. I am going to split up the Bristol Dirt race into 2 heat races with 2 fields of 21 drivers. Now normally I would have just split up the field like with their car numbers with like odd to even. But I figured there's a better way to render out our field. How about having a 15-minute practice session with all 42 drivers on the track at the same time, and the fastest 21 drivers will be in the first heat, and then the slowest 21 drivers will be in the second heat, so everyone has a chance to shine in the dirt race since I can't have a full car field. That is what I came up with, and we will be running here for the next 15 minutes to determine our field. Now, I am going to see which is going to be the first driver to come out onto the track and post a lap time. As we see the drivers spawning into their pit boxes now. We do have drivers running a couple of new colors here. As you can notice, the Irwin Tools number 20 of Jessica Shelton down there. She is one of the first pit boxes down there. And it looks like that we have our Rockingham winner, Charles Sanford. He's going to be the first driver to leave the pits. And it looks like he will be the first driver to put down a lap time. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Charles Sanford to see he can either qualify for the first heat or the second heat. Let's take a look and see as he just put up a lap time. Now we see James McLeod now leaving his pit. Whoops, that's Levi McIntyre. I apologize for that. And there is James McLeod. He's about to put on his first lap time as we still see Charles Sanford out onto the track. Sorry about that little lag there as we move on to Charles Sanford, who is still out onto the racetrack. I'm trying to find the best camera here. Hopefully that doesn't have that much lag. As we now see Sanford coming out of turn 2. As we see more drivers coming out now. We see Brandon Crasta and Dylan Pote. Brandon Crasta, after running into trouble for the last couple of weeks, but that's nowhere near the same amount of bad luck as the driver that's in front of him right now, Dylan Pote. Dylan Pote going over to the GoDaddy colors on his number 31. He actually ran those colors when he won his very first race in Season 3 in the number 10 car with those colors. So he would love to dirty up that car once we head over to Bristol Dirt. As I take a look at the ticker right now, it looks like Pote right now, he currently sits 12th fastest now. Brandon Crasta, he currently sits 13th, so he's right behind Dylan. As we now go over to the driver who just posted the fastest lap, James McLeod. That's Pote's teammate. And James McLeod, I believe he sits second or third in the point standings right now. So he would love to try to show these drivers what they can do. As we just had another driver just take away the second spot here. That's Dustin Stoller. Over the last couple of weeks, Dustin Stoller, he has been running a bit consistently. He's just been having some problems here trying to finish ahead. And it looks like he is coming back down pit road, as well as last week's winner, Joshua Osborne. Now, Joshua Osborne... Oh no, wait a minute. I think that, Well, Dustin Stoller's coming down pit road, and he currently sits fourth fastest right now. But now let's move over to the number one of Joshua Osborne, who won the race last week. And oh man, he nearly gets in front of the four of Zachary Fitzwater. Zachary Fitzwater, one of the drivers running the he's gonna be running some new colors over at the Bristol Dirt race. And we just had a couple more drivers move up the leaderboards now. Now the new fastest driver is now Jessica Shelton. And oh man, it looks like that we had a car go up into the wall earlier. I don't know who it was, but I do want to point out that if a driver does wreck and crash out, you will not go to a backup car since we're on a different track. That really wouldn't be fair if you crash out here and then we go up to a different track and you start in the back. So you don't have to worry about that. Just go out loud and try to go as fast as you can. And that's indeed what Jessica Shelton is doing. As she is trying to get up behind Dylan Pote. James McLeod drops to second, and Joshua Osborne is not too far back behind him in third. And we have a driver who's now fourth fastest. That's Simon Oscon in the 91. And oh man, we just saw Dustin Stoller spin out just now. Oh man, it looks like he just wrecked. Oh man, and yes, he has taken his car back to the garage area. Let's rewind it a little bit to see what happened to the aide. And oh man, it looks like he came in contact with Stephen Colin. Oh man, it looks like he came up on the speeding 88, and oh man, he just got turned right into the wall. Both Dustin Stoller and Stephen Colin, wow, running into trouble early. But like I said, if you crash out here, you will not go to a backup car. So these guys are trying to run as hard as they can. Right now, Dustin Stoller sits 19th fastest, and Colin, he's 20th. So they are still running close. But yeah, let's hurry up and head back to live action as Jessica Shelton is still the fastest driver. And oh man, as soon as I say that she was the fastest driver, she just got overtaken in that department. Now the fastest driver out on the track is William Brock from Sega Motorsports. William Brock blowing an engine at Atlanta last week. He really didn't get a chance to move up the field, but oh man, after setting the fastest time out onto the track, he's already coming back down pit road as we're just over 9 minutes remaining. William Brock in the top seat right now as we're about to move on to the third fastest right now. That's Jonathan Zorlin. He's going to be running the Tide Food City colors on his number 43. At the speed he's running right now, he will be in the first heat race. And oh man, that did not last long. Jessica Shelton once again has taken back the lead as the fastest driver out on track right now. She didn't want to give up that lead that easily, and she just put William Brock in his place. Up ahead, we have Matt McIntyre going back to his Castrol Edge colors in his number 27. And oh man, it looks like he almost got in contact with Charles Sanford in the 34 as he's moving behind Dylan Young right now. Dylan Young is another driver who really needs to turn his season around. He started on the pole and he ended up finishing in the upper 20s as he currently sits 17th fastest. So he will be in the first heat race if this does keep going. Charles Sanford moved his way up to the 10th position. How about we move on down to the driver who's in the 8th position right now, 8th fastest. It's Michael Norman, who appears to be just leaving pit road right now. It looks like he wants to try to run a little bit faster lap time as we see William Brock still sitting on pit road. And oh man, there's some wrecking ahead. Oh man, there's a big pile up here. Dougie Shears, Simon Oscon, Christina Bell, Sky Commons. Oh man, and currently Sky Commons sits 22nd fastest. As we now see Zachary Fitzwater and Christina Bell trying to get back up to speed. Oh man, it looks like Christina Bell just got clobbered by Cody Lamas. Oh man, let's bring that back a little bit. She was just about to get up to speed. And oh man, it looks like she got clobbered by Nathan Hudson. And oh man, RJ Bishop just barely misses his teammate there. And Cody Lamas just slams right into the number 40. Oh wow. Oh man. Nathan Hudson, we have to see where Nathan Hudson sits. Christina Bell right now is the 4th fastest. And let's see, Nathan Hudson is, oh man, he's 41st. Oh man, not a good run for the 6th. He really needs to get back out onto the track to try to put some faster lap times down. And Cody Lamas, his car's up in smoke. He sits 25th fastest. As we head back to live action now. Now let's take a look at RJ Bishop, who missed that accident. He currently sits 14th fastest, running his Kroger colors on his number 17. And it looks like RJ Bishop is coming down pit road. And oh man, there was another wreck on the track. Oh man, this time it involved Seth Cole. And I do believe that was Samad Oskan. And Seth Cole right now, he sits 38th fastest. Oh man, that's not good for the 24. Let's bring it back just a little bit here. And yes indeed, that was Samad Oskan here. And oh man, that's almost the same situation that happened with Dustin Stuller and Stephen Colin. Almost the exact same situation. Oh man, the 91 just gets clobbered here. Joshua Osborne and Kyle Matthews barely miss going into the 2 cars. There's Alex Drayton diving down, and he misses both drivers. But unfortunately, Brett Kenberg, he wasn't so lucky there. I mean, he gets a little contact with Samad Oskan, and he currently sits 40th right now. Heading back to live action, and it looks like since that accident, he's moved up 3 spots, but he's still deep in the field in that regard, as we're now just under 5 minutes left here. And I just noticed something. This is we're moving over to Cole Daly in the number 18, who currently sits 5th right now. Now Cole Daly, he has been running pretty consistent over the last couple of weeks, and oh man, he just came in contact with Sky Commons. Oh man, that really could have been disastrous. But Cody Lamas right now, he may be one of the few drivers in the NASCAR SEGA Cup who really isn't that popular, but I highly doubt that he doesn't care. He really wants to show how fast he can make that 18 car go, and at the rate he's going, he's definitely going to be in the first heat race. As we move up ahead to Joshua Mudd in the 5, he currently sits 25th as he's racing on the outside of his good friend Steven Gonzalez, sporting the Pop-Tarts colors on his number 5, as he looking to get a strong outside run from Steven Gonzalez here. As right now, Steven, he currently sits 28th fastest. 28th fastest in the number 28, running a little bit of retro colors for the upcoming Bristol Dirt race. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining in this practice session. And I don't think anyone has anything for Jessica Shelton right now, as she's currently racing side by side with Zachary Fitzwater. Nathan Orman and Dustin Stoller are coming up behind her. If anyone's behind them is looking to try to overtake that number 20, she is definitely gonna be the strong ones to look out for in the first heat race. I'm trying to see if anyone else I haven't talked about who's in the top 10 fastest. Actually, let's move over to who's currently 7th fastest right now. James Qualls in his Hunt Brothers Pisa Castro scheme. That's one of his personal cars that he also runs with in his own league. And he's right now racing right beside Cole Deaver, going back to the Coca-Cola colors for the Bristol Dirt race. Right now, Cole Deaver, he sits 23rd fastest, so he is like right on the edge of the cutoff point. He is now racing with Aaron Macklin in the number 98. As Aaron Macklin, he's actually 11th fastest right now, so that will put him in the first heat race. Aaron Macklin, one of the few dodgers in this field for this season, as we see Dustin Stoller coming down pit road. He's currently racing to try to get into the top 10 position here. Moving up a little bit to the number 78 as we now see Ryan Acosta running 19th fastest. That will put him in the first heat race. He's racing on. Racing right beside Brett Kimberg in the 38. I'm sorry about for the lag there. I don't know why I started lagging all of a sudden. Anyway, let's move up to Acosta's teammate Kyle Matthews. Kyle Matthews currently, oh man, he just got overtaken for 40th right now. He just fell back to 41st. That is not looking good for the number 77 here. Running the Stuart Friesen colors on his number 77 for Bristol Dirt. Oh man, we have just over a minute remaining. As soon as that clock hits 0, the field will be frozen. So these drivers only have 1 minute left. That's just like enough time to get 4 more laps in if they could try to do what they can to get back up as we now go over to Sky Commons. But I was trying to find Jessica Shelter as she still sits the fastest driver on the track right now. Right now she's still racing in front of Nathan Ormer as we're just under 40 seconds left in this practice session. Jessica Shelton trying to represent for Joe Gibbs Racing here tonight as once these drivers get off the track, they will start putting down the dirt, and the next time we're here live for the NASCAR SEGA Cup, it will be for the first heat race, and I'm gonna have to go down all the drivers that are in what field as we are now in the final countdown, the final 10 seconds as Levi McIntyre just got back onto the track to hopefully get in one last lap, and I don't think he will have enough time to put in another as the field is frozen. The field is now frozen as I just hit the pause button. So the following drivers will be in the very first heat race of Bristol Dirt. They are Jessica Shelton with a lap time of 15.643. She is the fastest driver in the first heat race. William Brock had the fastest lap for about 2 laps until Jessica Shelton took it back, but he'll settle for a nice second place. Jonathan Zorlin will end up 3rd, Christina Bell 4th, Cole Daly 5th, Michael Norman 6th, James Quall 7th, Brayson Mitchell ends up 8th, Dougie Shears ends up 9th, and the top 10 is Alex Ferranti. Then we have Cody Lamas, Matt McIntyre, Joshua Osborne, Aaron Macklin, and Steven Gonzalez rounds out the top 15. Then we have Charles Sanford, Brandon Crasta, points leader James Silverfox, James McLeod, RJ Bishop, and the last driver in the first heat race will be Mitchell Collins. That is our first field. Now our second roster for the second heat race, 22nd fastest will be Dylan Poteet, and he will be the fastest in the second heat, followed by Ryan Acosta, Danny Wells, Alex Drayton, Dylan Young. That's the top 5 in that department. Then we have Cole Deaver, Simon Oscon, Joshua Mudd, Sky Commons, and Nathan Hudson. Then we have Allison Rain, Tim Fiegel, Stephen Cullen, Jake Rogers, and Dustin Stuller, falling all the way back to 36. Then we have Nathan Orman, Levi McIntyre, Seth Cole, Zachary Fitzwater, Brett Kenberg, and the slowest driver in the entire field was actually Kyle Matthews. Oh man. But our 2 fields are set for the 2 heat races. The next time we will come here, it will be at Bristol Dirt. So don't forget to tune in for that, race fans, and we'll see you next time.